Self-explained.
Yeah, again, getting off to an early start, scoring 2 goals, and I think it was the first 11 minutes again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it 2?
Yeah, like
First 12 minutes.
Yeah.
First 12 minutes, and then we scored them within, what, 40 seconds of each other. So that's just devastating for another team. So you give up a goal, you think, all right, we got to regroup, and then you put another one in within a minute. It's like the other team's like, oh boy, here it goes. And especially after they know what happened on Friday, so they're going to be on their heels a little bit, not as confident. So that was key today. The attack's been great. Just, a lot of movement, creativity up top. The seniors coming up big in a lot of different ways, with assists, and playmaking, and goals. So, getting the shutout was huge as well, and preserving that. They had that one at the end that was off the crossbar.
Close, yeah.
And they're, to their credit, they're pushing at the end, and they want to try to be a spoiler in a sense of just try to keep us from getting a shutout.
Can you talk about Ashley Nicole? She had 2 assists on Friday. She had 1 today. You have a very old, your team that leads this, players that lead this team are older with Tish. Can you talk about her?
Ash?
Yeah, Ashley, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ash is she's a very skillful player. She's a defender, but she can really play anywhere on the field. She's a player that we've, in the past, when we've needed a goal late in the game, we've thrown her up top because we know if she gets her chance, she's going to put it away. So whether it's her head or foot, and she takes free kicks, she can bend it in. She's getting assists with the kind of ball she's playing in. So she's just a complete player, and having that kind of performance from someone that's not a senior that can kind of make us even better every game. And I think she gets better every game I watch her play.
Do you feel like your girls are getting more comfortable or more confident as far as finishing the plays, finishing the goals, where maybe earlier in the season they weren't finishing those plays?
Yeah, that's what I turned to Josh at one point and I said, if we finish that goal against CC, that game was a whole different game. And we had chances early on against CC that we didn't finish, that we could have made it 2-0. And it's the mentality in soccer. It's such a momentum game, and if you can just put a team even more on their heels, and we went up in some of those games, or we just couldn't find the back of the net against like an SMU. We were creating a lot of chances, so it was just frustrating because we knew, and that's what these coaches said. They're like, we watched your games. We guys knew you weren't getting a couple of results that you should have, and they were worried about that because they were like, it was almost like we were due. We were due for a big output.
You look at this conference, you got 4 teams in the top 60. Do you feel that your program has almost enhanced conference? So it's better now than it was when you first arrived here, and you've brought the level up. Now you got 4 teams in the top 60. I mean, it's a wild down to the last game to win the regular season title.
Yeah, I think from day one we were in Conference USA, I think we've been battling for the conference championship every year, maybe except for one. We've won it 4 times. Hopefully we can manage a 5th this year. We'll see, but we still have the tournament to look at. But we've consistently been the highest ranked team, our PI team, going further in the NCAA tournament. So I think Conference USA has been very proud to have this program as a part of their conference.
Talk about 4 seniors, last home regular season game. I know you hope you have at least more homes in the postseason, but talk about what they've meant to the program.
Oh, they're huge. They lead on and off the field. What they bring to the table. I mean, they're very good academic. You don't have to worry about those kids. You don't. They're like a coach's dream. You just put them out there and they do their thing. You don't have to baby them. You don't have to worry about them in the classroom. You don't if they're going to class or not. I mean, Tish is in grad school getting a double master's degree. So kind of tells you how that whole class is, how they approach academics. And then on the field, obviously their stats speak for themselves, or they'll be missed, but we have a lot of the season left.
Talk about, obviously this has been a huge weekend for you guys, and the momentum moving into at Southern Miss on the road, and then going into El Paso to play the conference championship.
Yeah, on the road it's always a different game, so we have to make sure we're sharp. And Southern Miss showed they can upset some teams. They beat SMU right before SMU came here, and I was actually worried about that because of that whole scenario. So I've watched them on film already. I know they have some dangerous attackers that, if left unchecked, they can do some damage. So we got to be sharp in that game, and depending on how things end up today, knowing in that game we win, we may have a chance to tie for the conference championship. So there's a lot of line for a lot of teams, either the championship or getting in the conference tournament. So nothing is set yet, I feel like.